There was a staffer in Washington, D.C., and I think it was around 1990, he wrote a book called Hill Rat. Instead of adding representatives, our reps have taken on to this wonderful trend of adding assistants. And if you read the Constitutional Convention notes of 1787, they don't mention ever assistants. One of the things I like doing is I like looking at them, sometimes poking fun at them, so where in the Constitution are you? And they aren't. But it is a trend that they like doing. Instead of adding more reps, they clearly cannot do their business, so they've taken on this trend of adding assistants. And this gentleman who wrote the book I have, Hill Rat, he noted in, I guess it's around 1900 is when these guys started showing up. And he noted in 1934 that there were as many as 992 assistants in Washington, D.C. In 1984, that number exploded to 9,700. And the latest figure that I have puts the number of assistants in Washington, D.C. between 12 and 19,000 assistants. Right now we have, I guess right now at this very moment, there's a debate going on between two people running for our local congressional district. And a lot of people in the debate will be asking our Congress people and the person challenging them, where do you stand on this issue? And I'm here to tell you the better question is, who are you going to hire and what's their stand going to be? Because we have so many of these assistants at this point in time, they're making the decisions for their rep. It's gotten so bad that the lobbyists are now lobbying the Hill Rats, the assistants. Clorox, huge corporations like American Airlines. And maybe I shouldn't single anybody out because they're all doing it. I mean, it's, you know, to a certain extent, we get angry with lobbyists, and I understand their duty. At the same time, we do get to the point where we don't like the fact that they're advancing interests that may not jive with what we like. It's a new ball game when they're going to the assistants. And the idea that we have to increase the number of assistants to help them communicate with everybody in their district, that's a fine idea, but it never really works that way. When you call the phone line, you get the secretary, and what they end up doing is reapportioning their other Hill Rats to the more wealthy donors. That's what really happens. So we have salaries off the charts for these staff members. They're such a wide portion. I had one figure saying as many as 1 in 3 of these people in D.C. making as much as $100,000 a year. In California, the chief of staff for the speaker makes $16,000 a month. That's staggering. Our reps were supposed to come from the same stature and same situation as the rest of us. When you're paying the assistants almost $20,000 a month, you will be ignored. They will not care what happens to you after the bills they pass. So anyway, I guess the greater gist of it is, rather than adding more reps, they've added more assistants. So when you don't have access to your rep, if you're lucky, you get the assistant, and the reality is the assistant doesn't help you.